All right, so Mr. Double A himself, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for coming, dude. We appreciate it a lot.
Hell yeah.
So, man,
This is your first podcast?
Mine?
Yeah.
Hell no, bro. I have my own podcast.
oh, nice.
And I was supposed
Yeah,
to.
I wanted to jump on that.
Yeah, bro. I'm supposed to shoot it like once a week, but it's been like once every 6 months kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But not my first time, but it's cool.
I feel like it is a little, I wouldn't say difficult, but sometimes you kind of like, because it seems like you got other shit going on too. So it's kind of hard to like, you know, when you shoot it and stuff, because it takes time, you know?
Yeah.
So I completely get that. But, man, bro, in case anyone doesn't know, man, this is,
If y'all don't know who the fuck this is, fuck y'all.
y'all about to find out. Y'all about to find out. But, so how did you get into music, bro? That's kind of one of the first questions I wanted to ask you.
I mean, music kind of one of those things that's in everybody's life.
I seen you got a Lane Staley shirt on.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But yeah, my mom's really fuck with music. All kinds of shit, 90s bands, hip hop, all that kind of shit. But it's kind of the pop lane. But then, I don't know, when everybody turns about 14 or 15, music becomes like the most important shit ever.
100%, yeah.
Like the first time you start getting some ass, all music matters, bro. Like that's the shit that's like your favorite shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, the golden age hip hop, Kendrick, J. Cole, Mac Miller, like all them niggas.
Yeah.
It was up.
They're good, yeah.
So I started making music in 2013. I started making beats.
Okay.
When I was in high school, my homie put me on
What high school did you go to?
Pearland.
Okay.
So yeah, I went to Pearland. My homie Trey downloaded FL Studio, stole that shit off Pirate Bay, cracked. That shit was dope. And then 2013, and then like 2.5 years, I struggled making music. Like I would do it every day, but this shit sucked.
Yeah.
And then one day, because I went to college after that, and then I started making music during class. Like so, the motherfucker be up there like teaching about some shit like
Okay.
geography or something, and then I'd be like first row, like making beats and shit.
With your headphones on and shit?
And then I remember making like my first dope beat. It was called Dark Jazz. That was the name of it.
Okay.
It was a sample from this like Swedish jazz quartet type thing. It was fucking wild. And then I just made the dopest beat ever, and I literally sprinted out of class. Like he was mid sentence, and I just my shit up and ran out the door. And then that was like spring of 15, and since then like I figured my shit out.
Damn, it feels like damn. So you've been like you come a long way since then, bro.
Yeah.
2013, now, what, like 10 years?
Yeah, bro. It's
10
10-year
damn, that
anniversary.
is wild to think about, bro.
I know. I feel like an old motherfucker.
So 10 years, does it feel like it's been that long for you? Or does it feel like it's been longer?
No, it flies by.
Yeah.
There's so much like not wasted time, but just like I don't know. We be like in grind mode.
Yeah.
Like every day is the most important day. Every show is the most important show. Every album is the most important album, right? And then like the shit just stacks and it stacks and it stacks. And me and Kai, even Donnie, but me and Kai specifically spent a long time struggling. Like we would have shows with nobody, music where nobody listened, just like years from 2000.
Damn.
17 to 2000, probably 22, bro. Like legitimately just fucking clawed. And every step of the way it was just like, nah, y'all niggas are weird as fuck, go home, do some other shit. But then every now and then you get like a real nigga who'd be like, hey, this shit's special, this shit, you can't see it, but it's there.
And you like, that's why I do it.
Yeah. I mean, it's literally like 4 people, just 4 random strangers got us through that fucking 5-year span.
Damn.
And then when we finally got our shit going and just, I don't know, we fighting the power now. The shit's up, bro.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it seems like y'all are definitely doing it, man. Y'all
Yeah.
seem pretty consistent, bro. And
It seems like y'all are always fucking, like we were telling them, like y'all are always fucking doing shows.
Yeah.
Y'all are always
Yeah.
fucking,
and that's sick,
Badass,
bro.
man.
That's sick as fuck. Because I've seen like, I don't know, I'm gonna just throw a number out there, but like I remember Donnie had posted something on like his story or whatever, and it was like a stack of money. But even then, like just getting that money from that show, whatever the case may have been, it was like, dude, y'all are really out there doing it. You know what I mean? Like that's sick as fuck. That's something that you worked that 10 years, 7 years for. You know what I mean? To finally get that moment, you're like, damn, you're not where you want to be, but you're like, this is something more than what the fuck we were at like 5 years ago.
Oh, for sure. It's like you get those sobering moments of perspective when you finally got some people rocking out to your shit.
Yeah.
And like we used to do the opposite. Like we would have to pay for shows. We would lose money on gigs easily.
Damn.
Easily. There's all kinds of scams out there that are still out there running their shit. Flight Concert Series, Afton. Y'all niggas can suck my ass. Like you would be like, oh yeah, you got to buy these pre-sale tickets, and if you move them hoes, you can keep the blah blah blah. And then it just ends up being this bullshit.
Well, they
the fact
keep all
that
of
we
it.
even go beyond breaking even to make a little bit of money at a show, goes a long way.
100%.
And we always break bread. That's part of our shit.
Yeah.
You know? We have to. Because we've been there.
Then that's badass that, like, it seems like all three of y'all, and I don't know there's more, like, I assume the most recent project you put out, man,
fucking
was it Wish You Were Here or something like that?
No, it's anybody out there.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I knew it was like a kind of like a I don't know if it was a Pink Floyd reference or not, but that right there definitely it seemed like it, and I was like, man, I don't know.
Was it?
Oh, wish you were here. I mean, look, man. We be all over the place, and influence is fucking everywhere. And
I can see, bro, the Lane Staley shit, bro.
Yeah.
And then
He definitely loves Pink Floyd.
Yeah, shout out that nigga November Soul as well. I can't even bring up Pink Floyd without mentioning my boy Carlos. But
and that stuff right there is like, when I listen to the album, like literally, I just listened to the album like maybe 2 days ago. He had sent it a while back, but I just heard it recently because I knew we were about to have you on, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. It was giving me like Pink Floyd vibes.
Appreciate it.
And I was like, dude, and we love Pink Floyd. We kind of grew up on all that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I listen to a bunch of music as well, and it's like, it seems like what y'all do is y'all don't have like I guess I could say like a specific sound. You know what I mean? And I think that's cool because y'all are like just,
that's what makes y'all different.
yeah, and y'all are just having fun with it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. So, like, to speak on the last project, it's like a lot of my albums end up being like these weird in between, like filler EPs to me.
Yeah.
So, like, if I have my fucking discography right, half of that shit is shit that, like, wasn't the full purpose of like, oh, I'm going do or die on this shit. The last one was supposed to be a way to reinvigorate our fucking group into dropping music again.
Okay.
Because I've been in a band. So my solo music has kind of fell to the wayside. And there's a lot of reasons for that shit. But for the most part, we made the last project to be like, yo, fuck that shit. Andy's dropping, November's dropping, Vane is dropping, Fish is dropping, Gnarly's dropping, Cold is dropping. Fuck it, everybody, double A, we in this bitch, like, let's get it going.
Yeah.
So it's my name, but it's my boy, so each track is a feature.
Yeah, I
and
seen
it's
that.
like, it's less my project and more our project.
Yeah.
And then that shit is bleeding into my actual solo project, which is all me.
And this solo project is like on the come up to
Yes,
come
sir.
up? Okay.
So I was literally recording for that earlier, but it's called Sputniks. It's is basically an album about an astronaut. And it's like, that concept is very cliche because there's a million albums about space, but space is the final frontier and all this other shit, and we from Space City, so like the astronauts, the fucking rockets, like, I get it.
Yeah.
Space is literally one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
So I wanted to make an album that looked at space differently than how every other medium does. And the way I see space is dangerous. It's like the most gnarly place that exists because it's everything. It's like for instance, like when you have a spacesuit, right? Mm-hmm. Do y'all know why the astronauts like wear a spacesuit? Because I didn't get that shit until like a while ago. Like, I thought it was for like air.
Like oxygen? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Most people would think like a
that's
spacesuit is for air.
Yeah.
Because you can't breathe in space.
Yeah.
But you could wear a fucking mask, like an oxygen mask, and just be out there naked in your undies, and it'd be all right. But they don't do that. It's like the vacuum of space itself, like, tries to boil your blood. Like, if you don't have a spacesuit, the fucking pressure and osmosis in your blood will, like, it'll make your shit boil. Like, even nothingness makes your skin boil.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck yeah, like, that's violent. So the album is like really violent.
Yeah.
It's about the darkness and blackness of space and the vastness and the emptiness. And it's like, that shit became like a vehicle metaphor for like how I feel about hip hop. So
that's pretty
dope. It's crazy.
Dude.
I'm getting emotional just thinking about it, but like, it's my shit.
Yeah, no, that's pretty dope. And you could see, just like when we talk to them, dude, it's like, you can see how much passion you have about it, and that's the shit I like to like talk to people about, bro, because that's the same reason why we started this. Mm-hmm. It's the same reason why y'all keep going and stuff like that. Like, that shit right there motivates us to like, dude, these guys are super passionate about what they're doing. You know, they're not where they want to be, dude, but they're not stopping. You know what I mean? That shit right there is just, I feel like enough motivation for. And I'm sure y'all have some haters, you know what I mean?
I would like to think so, but I think...
you want to shout them out now?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, I'm a fucking psychopath. They could probably tell you. Like, I'm fucking crazy.
No, he tell yeah, like, dude, he's fucking crazy.
Nuts. Like, I be walking around just fucking teed up. Like, right now, I'm tweaking like a motherfucker right now. But, like, if I'm being honest with myself, we're kind of bubbling on the verge of shit, but for the most part, we didn't fight haters. We just fought apathy. People didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's not they didn't like us. They just didn't care.
Okay.
And that made us not like them. So if anybody was hating, it was us.
Yeah.
And that hate kind of leaks and bleeds into all this other shit. And it's shit we deal with every day, but it's shit that, like, we try to speak on. Because, I don't know, like, you need, like, a certain level of self-awareness to do this shit and not come off like an asshole. Mm-hmm. Like the bad asshole. We're the good assholes, you dig?
Yeah, 100%.
But I think, man, so for y'all to, because even them, I'm sure it's everybody on the label. It's like for y'all to have, like, when y'all drop something, like, I feel like as the fans, we don't know how it's gonna sound, but we know it's gonna be fucking good.
Yeah.
So the fact that y'all can sit there and switch it up, that's talent.
And
dude.
it still sounds like,
I feel like people
good.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I don't think there's a lot of people out there that can do that, to be honest with you, bro.
No.
I appreciate it.
And can pull it off.
Yeah, I mean, we have, like, I don't know, like, you have to find the thing you're fighting for, right?
In each project? Or
yeah,
what?
in each project, every day, everything you do, like, you need to have some kind of purpose. And, like, corporate speak bullshit, every other meeting is like, find your why. Like, I remember that in sports. You gotta find your why to figure out who you're playing for. Fucking God is on your side. Like, all that kind of shit, right? But when we're doing this, like, music shit, you go like, why are we so dead set on being weird as fuck? And right now, I feel like we're fighting for the philosophy that you can be weird, do some experimental shit, believe in it, be honest with yourself and everything, and it will pay off. And there's a million ways to do it where you can, like, if our goal was to make money and be musicians, we would be way different.
Yeah.
If our goal was to even be popular and do some shit and have clout and all this other shit, we would do shit way different. So, like, even this week, me and Fish arguing in the car over some shit that I just disagree with because I feel like we have a philosophy where it's like, we're not being put in a box. We're not going to put ourselves in boxes. We going to do this, this, and this, right? And, like, we fight more with each other than we fight with anybody else. And at the end of the day, like, I don't know, we get on the same page and make shit shake.
Yeah.
Like, I know 100% Fisher's going to have some dope shit and have his back, and I believe in his ideas and shit. And, I mean, even the last project, we had a lot of issues with the rollout. And we argue with each other. But it's because we have to.
This project you released in March?
What's the shit? The fucking Down South We Ignite.
Okay.
So, yeah. And, like, even with Fish, like, he has levels to his projects. Like, there's tiers.
Yeah.
There's, like, his main fucking, like, this is the canon storyline. Like, everything is story-driven. And there's, like, those projects, the Fish tapes. And right now, I think there's only 2 of them hoes out. And then the other shit is just, like, these EPs. But even on the EPs, we are fucking lunatics in building, like, what that shit's gonna be. So, I don't know. I believe in the philosophy. I believe in the storytelling. And then the music and shit will follow. Even if it's a bad song, its purpose is bigger than the song itself.
Yeah.
So, like, that's where all the weird shit comes from.
He was telling me, actually, on that Down South We Ignite, on that project, he was like, pray for me. He didn't want to release that song because he was like, I don't really like my vocals. And I told him, like, when he first came on, I was like, dude, I love your vocals in that song. He was like, it's funny you say that because not to even make you feel bad, but I hated that song. I didn't want to put that one out. But Andy was like, no, you got to put that one out.
Yeah, that was hard.
And I was like, yeah, dude, that song is good. What are you talking about, dude?
Yeah, I mean, they have to trust me, you know? The shit starts and ends with me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we come with these ideas and these tracks and, like, you know, I can trust them to go create and do their thing and be their artist and be independent. And I know at the end of the day, like, we can collaborate and find that thing. And I'm like, yeah, that shit works for me.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. Just trust me. And we could do that shit.
And did you, like, you're all self-taught on this, or did you go to school for this?
No, I didn't go to school for this shit.
Okay.
I mean, like,
that's a talent too, dude. Like,
yeah, I
I'm telling
appreciate
you.
it. Like, everything is through YouTube, you know?
Yeah.
Like, one of the things I wanted to do is, like, I'm trying to find the end game for this music shit. Where, like, right now, it's what I'm doing, and it's an expression, and I'm trying to, like, take it further, not for myself, but because of Colton Fish over here. Like, if it was just me, the shit would have got hung up a long time ago. So, like, I'm going, like, what's the big picture look like? Like, in 10 years, where do we want to be? Right? Do we want to have, like, a studio? Do we want to have a venue? Do we want to do blah, 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 blah? And you start thinking about it like, bro, y'all have a whole podcast set up.
Yeah.
We're probably under $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the ability for people to make music, like the access to technology and hardware and shit that we have now, it is fucking dumb to make a studio. To me, to sell to people, like, if that was my job.
Yeah.
I can't record people, like, it's not my brain, bro. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. So I know, like, okay, well, fuck, this shit is pure art. There's no monetary end game. Like, I can't do this shit for nobody else except for my brothers and myself.
Yeah.
And like with that, it's just like, all right, well, let's roll it.
So you'd say that I feel like it's pretty easy to say that they kind of, like you said, you would have hung it up a long time ago. You have those moments where I guess you're just kind of like, all right, well, it's not where it's at right now, but are they kind of like pushing you to?
Oh yeah, I mean, I wish they would push me more. I would have a lot more albums out. But these niggas, you know, they trust me a little too much. But for the most part, like when I drop an album, like my real album, that's for like 6 people. Like if 60 million people heard it, it would still just be for the 6 dudes I dropped it for.
Yeah.
Like that shit's Colt, Fish, Carlos, me, I don't fucking dozen people. I don't know, bro. I don't want to just say names.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Basically, fucking when I'm making shit, it's either Colt and Fish like it or fucking what's the point?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Even today, I'm like, I can't wait till those 2 niggas here. Everybody else can fuck off.
That's pretty cool though,
That's
because
dope.
like you said, you make it in your own way. You're not making it for necessarily anyone else, and they like it. And I think you get like I don't know if acceptance is the word from like the audience as well, but they're like, dude, that shit is hot. That shit is good. You know what I mean? Like that's also got to feel like, damn, that's cool because I just only cared if they liked it.
It's
know
super
what I mean?
meta, bro. It's super meta. Like I'm trying to. We used to always say like make art for the artist, or like you know the comedian and the musician. Like I know when I drop some shit, right? My favorite shit makes me insecure. Like if somebody makes the best song, like Kendrick. When I listen to Kendrick, it makes me feel like I ain't doing shit. And I'm like, fuck, like that's why I fuck with him. Like, fuck, he makes me feel so like tiny, bro. I gotta destroy this nigga.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm aiming for, right?
Yeah.
And I know when they hear me, they better have that same thought of like, fuck, we better quit fucking around with this dude.
Yeah.
He's that guy. And then from that point, they go like, all right, I'm gonna kick his fucking teeth in next time I see this nigga because I'm gonna make a better track than him.
Yeah.
And if we keep just doing that, like I'm competitive as fuck, even though it's art. Like I said, I'm psycho.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta be, especially, and not even just in like that industry, but like I feel like in anything you do, you gotta want to be better than the next person because, and it's not that it's an arrogant mindset, but I think you have to have that mindset in order to take yourself places where you want to go.
Hell yeah, and it's hard. Like you gotta keep yourself grounded. But you also got to be in total outer space fucking ego mode. Like, this shit is the most important shit that's ever been said to a microphone ever.
Yeah.
And in order to have that, like, I don't know, that fucking narcissism in it, you got to just be like, yeah, because I'm beating so-and-so. I got to top so-and-so. Like, I'm competing with Kendrick, not you motherfuckers over there.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I step to it. I'm not competing with anybody else except for the people at the top.
Yeah.
My favorite artists. Cities of Eve, JPEG Mafia, Kendrick Lamar. Even when we make the rock band shit, it's fucking Hum and Alice in Chains. And, like, I'm just competitive at heart, bro.
Yeah.
And it comes from my love of other people's shit.
That's awesome. That's fucking dope, man.
Yeah, I feel like it seems like y'all are really, like you said, y'all argue.
Yeah.
But it seems like, man, y'all are fucking like really cool.
Yeah.
Y'all are tight. It seems like y'all, I think, definitely fucking
Like brothers, kind of.
motivate.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, if, like, somebody followed us around with the camera, right? Yeah. Like, just for one band practice, right? Where it's all 4 of us. It just doesn't matter, bros. And a fucking, just like, it would seem like we hate each other's guts. But there's very few people that, I mean, I don't love anybody more on this planet than I do these dudes, bro. They're my guys.
Yeah, that's I feel like literally I would say like the definition of family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
Like,
I swear to God, like, nobody hates Kyler Scott, Cole Cassidy more on this planet than I do. I fucking hate his face. I hate his voice. Just look at him, bro. He just came back in the room. Like, that's why I hate him. He had the nerve to leave. Like, he's here. I don't even know why he's here. He made me late. I was like, for real, I fucking hate this guy. But yeah.
but nah, man. Like I respect a lot, man, of what y'all do and like what y'all are doing, man. Because there's
I don't think, I'm going to cut you off. I don't think anybody has the like work ethic that y'all do. Y'all shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, he always like, dude, y'all are fucking.
But we're underdoing it so much. We get work so much harder. Like, I know it. And I know, like we have to live life and shit.
Unfortunately.
And then, but that's the best part is, like, we're not going to be rapping about rapping. We're not going to be singing about singing. We're not going to be making songs about making songs.
Yeah.
Like, we have to go do some real life shit.
Yeah.
and then bring it back.
Like experience shit. 100%.
So it's like you gotta go to the table in life and go experience some shit and do some life shit away from music.
Yeah.
And then you get your perspective, you get your material, you get all the good shit that makes you an artist. That's where you get your art from.
Yeah.
So I'm pressed all the time. Like I'm never doing enough. But I'm not like so unaware that I can't realize like, oh no, this is still work.
Yeah.
Like that's everything goes back to that shit, which leads to a lot of complex feelings and emotions when it comes to music and shit. Where you're just like, fuck, like, am I abusing my life? Like, where's the line at, bro?
Yeah. Like with the music, you're saying?
Yeah, like everything is up for grabs, bro.
Yeah.
Like some of the deepest, darkest, most fucked up shit in my life, or the best shit moments. Like you don't know if you're just like, are you using that shit for music? You know what I mean? Like, are you just fucking? Because we used to have this argument with the old homie, and he would talk about it's not a struggle Olympics, bro. It's not the fucking struggle Olympics. Like, we're not sitting here going like, your suffering is not as good as my suffering. I'm gonna out-suffer your ass, like, on this track. Like, but at the same time, like, it's like, fuck, like, is there a certain boundary we're gonna reach? Like, is there some shit that isn't supposed to go towards music?
Yeah.
Am I actually doing some stupid shit for music? Like, I don't know, bro.
Have you ever felt like this is the first time meeting you, bro, but like meeting you, I don't think that you would really even go into certain shit, like, or even like Kyler or Donnie, like I don't think that they would really necessarily go into shit and be like, this is for music. I feel like at the end of the day, it's kind of like everyone's life is different. Everyone's life is a journey, bro. So at the end of the day, it's like, this is kind of y'all's experience. And I guess maybe Homeboy felt that way probably because of, I guess, how the music was sounding at the time. And how
no, he was right. It was right. It was, that conversation was kind of unrelated to, like, when he said that shit, it wasn't about this, but like I always like internalized shit like, nah, that shit kind of applies here too.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, like, fuck. I mean, I could use examples, but I don't want to get fucking overly emotional in this hoe, bro. I'm trying to keep my cool. I'm a fucking tweaker, dude. Like, I'm about to lose my mind. I could talk for hours.
Yeah, no, dude, and that's fucking awesome, dude. Like, you came in here, dude. We literally just as soon as we've never met Andy till today, dog.
But
Is that your government?
Is
that your government, by the way, Andy? Ashley?
Andrew's my name. Andrew Milburn.
Okay.
Ashley is my sister's name.
Okay.
So like, my sister and my mom put me on a lot of music. And I was like, fuck it. I'm going to take my big sister's name.
That's dope, dude.
She's not going to, I didn't think she would be a musician.
Yeah.
And I was like, she should be. So I'm going to do it for her. And then maybe I could peer pressure into doing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm still working on that.
That's
It's been
fucking
like
dope,
10
bro.
years, but I'm still trying.
Yeah, that's dope as hell.
So you are working on the solo album.
Yes, sir.
How's that going? When is it going to drop?
Bro, so where do I even, so man, it's dangerous. Here's the dangerous part. So if I start talking about my shit, right, in my head, it's already done. So when that happens, I end up being like, all right, it's done, it's over, I'm going, I move on before I ever finish it. So like, if I'm fucking working out, right, and I'm trying to get in shape, I can't fucking tell nobody. Because as soon as I start telling people, I'm like, there, I did it, I worked out, and I'm gonna stop working out. So that happened with this album. So I actually started writing the concepts for this album, because I write my albums as if they're stories first, and I storyboard the shit, and I just kind of make these walls of just notes and just different shit. And a lot of people don't see the process other than these two.
Yeah.
But like, this was before the undercut. This must have been like November 2020, right? So we're talking 3 years ago or so. Maybe it's a little bit. No, it was about the time. I was like, I'm going to make this album. And then it just kept getting sidetracked by other ideas. One of which was The Undercut, which was a conceptual album about like a race car driver.
Okay.
And then he gets into a car crash, and it's like in his coma, he has to like go through this race, and each song is a different like turn on this lap. And then he's going around. It's cool as fuck.
No, that's awesome that you go into these fucking projects with
fuck
these
yeah.
concepts, dude, because
You really are a psycho.
No, yeah, for sure. Totally psychotic.
No,
bro.
that's dope, though.
But that shit derailed Sputniks. Like, Sputniks was, I had everything done, but I was like, bro, this doesn't have the edge that I need. Like, this needs to be industrial. It needs to be fucking distorted. It needs to be clipping. It needs to be just fucking black and angry and violent and kind of pretty. You know what I mean? Like space. It needs to be exploration. It needs to be isolated. It has to be all this shit, and I need an ending. And I just wasn't in the headspace. I was in a whole nother place.
How many tracks you got on this one?
Right now, I'm sitting at 12. So I just recorded the 11th track today. I have one more to record. I've probably scrapped about 12 songs because like
Damn.
Like I have a bad habit of getting attached to songs.
Yeah.
And after you hear something a lot, like the understanding, like the repetition of it and the predictability of the song makes you like it. So you get this weird ear fatigue. So you can no longer judge your music objectively. So when we drop albums, we've heard them a million times over the past, like, I don't know, 3 to 4 months leading up to the drop.
Yeah.
So when it drops, it's like we could give a fuck about the album. Like, we've heard it so many times. Like everybody else, it's this fresh material,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to go out there and perform it or even try to tour with it or like promote it, right? And it's just like, you've moved on. You've heard the album.
Yeah.
This is like living in the past, you know? So like, I don't know. I'm trying to be objective with my music. And this album that I've been working on for 3 years, now I have so much vested in it that I'm like, it has to be great. It has to be my favorite shit. Because it's rare that I make my favorite shit. I've only made like 2 albums that are my favorite shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
May I ask which ones?
Yeah, so first of all, fuck it. It might even only be 1 album, bro. Life is Unstable.
Okay.
So that's this
Life
album.
is Unstable?
Yeah, that's the name of it. It's not really an album. It's like a really long song.
Okay.
That's the kind of concept behind it. So it's 19 minutes exactly. It's
Okay.
7 tracks, right? Each one of them has an independent beat, but it's like, I mean, I made it like a video, right? It's the story, so it goes to these lyrics and all this different like filmmaking techniques and shit, because I do it all. I don't just make music. I got to make the video. I got to fucking build the drum kit. I got to do everything.
Yeah.
So Life is Unstable is like this perfect like representation of what my art could be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like I started resenting the album because I was like, fuck, like this is a breakout album. This is something super special and nobody's heard this hoe. And they never will. So then I got like fucking angry and I didn't like, I would make music and shit, but just be like, what's the fucking point? And that took me like 2 years to get over and I'm still pissed about it. But this album, Sputniks, is kind of like a big echo ripple effect of that shit. Cause I'm just like, why haven't I beat that album? I've dropped like 3 or 4 projects since Life is Unstable.
Yeah.
And that's still my favorite. Why? Fuck that. This next one's gonna be my favorite. So that's where I'm at.
Okay. And would you say this most recent one, is there anybody out there, is that one of your favorite?
It's like a time capsule. Like I love all the songs, and like I said, we're still so close to the release that I can't be objective about it.
Okay.
Like once enough time passes, I'll be able to listen to it, you know, not as the person that's listened to the song a million times over the past 3 months, but as a person who's just a casual listener, right? And I'll be like, it's either good or it's bad. And each one of those songs were like, they were really songs that were dead. They belonged in a vault. So I hate songs by themselves, but I love projects. Like one good song is cool, but it's just one good song.
Yeah.
Like you need 6 more of them hoes with the same gravity.
Yeah.
And then you can holla at me. You know what I mean? Each one of the songs belong to another project, right? So they're all independent songs. Like, fuck, I wish I could pull this hoe up. But like, for instance, we start with Bob Gnarly.
Do you want to hear a specific song?
No, I'll just look at the track list.
I want to play.
I low-key want to.
I want to play something so people can hear something.
I mean,
Yeah.
y'all gonna throw some shit on there. I ain't gonna stop you.
What you want to do it now or at the end of the video? We'll do it
All
at
right,
the
hold on,
end
let
of
me
the
look.
Yeah, let's do it at
So-
the end.
video. Okay, we'll do it at the end of the video. But I want you to pick it.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'll just talk about one, for instance, right? So the last track is called Launch Sequence.
Dude,
Right.
those are, that I'm sorry, but I'm sorry to cut you off, but that project, dude, like I said, I listened to it and it sounded very, very different. You know,
Yeah.
I felt like for some reason I've never heard music like that before, and I was like, damn, dude, are you playing the guitar in that?
So on the second track with November Soul is called third track, To Whom It May Concern. That's Carlos, our homie. He's the bassist
Okay.
from It Just Doesn't Matter. He
Okay.
played the guitar on that shit. So that's him. 4 and 5 are samples. 6 is a sample. It's a lot of sampling. Because to me, sampling is what makes hip hop.
Yeah.
So like, what's the difference between blah, blah, blah? I feel like sampling. That's
Yeah.
like where the soul is at.
Well, shout out Carlos, dude. You did a great job, bro.
Yeah, Carlos did his fucking thing, bro. But Launch Sequence was actually supposed to go to Kai's project, Colt Cassidy. We were going to do a sister album to Sputniks called Winter World. That was the idea.
Okay.
Because me and him had this collaboration effort where we made all these albums when we first started, like Saloon, DOA,
Yeah.
Outlaw.
Are those all produced by you, by the way?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
So those 3 are produced by me, and then everything after that, like after Saloon, I was like, all right, me and Kai, like collaboration, this is that. but I want to see what Kai can do on his own.
He mentioned that you kind of like challenged him in a way as far as like
Yeah, he
all right,
talked about
I'm
it.
done giving you beats. Like I'm not doing it no more. You're gonna have to make your own fucking shit.
He said that.
It was just like fucking. I always tell people my favorite rapper is Mac Miller.
I love him, bro.
That's my guy.
Yeah,
Like, that's my dude.
See, I knew I fuck with you, bro.
Yeah.
I know I fuck
That's
with
my
you.
number one, bro. But like when I'm being honest, that nigga's not my number one. Like it's fucking me, and then tied for first place is fucking Colt, Fish, and all the other niggas. Like that's
I knew there was something
I will drop
iffy.
everything to hear them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I was like, man, why? I keep fucking intervening in my favorite rapper shit. What would my favorite rapper do without me fucking getting in the way? And that's where we get his current shit, bro.
Yeah.
He's going out and doing his thing, and I get to be surprised and excited for his shit, and we get that competitive edge where we're not like collaborating, nigga. We're fighting.
That's badass, man. That you like you looked at it from that angle, and you were like at the end of the day, it's only gonna make him better, but it's also gonna like.
I did it selfishly, bro.
Yeah,
I just wanted to see what would happen.
And it leaves that like creative like that creativity that's all up to him now. You know what I mean? And it kind of, like you said, like you're surprised by it. Like, I can imagine. So like you saying like, I'm sad to hear that Mac Miller isn't your favorite rapper. No, but I get it, bro. Like that's the support you have for your boys that are around you, bro. That are in there fucking working with you and doing this shit every day. You know what I'm saying? They've been with you for however long. I'm not sure how long y'all have all known each other and been doing it, but it's been a good fucking minute. And it's like, you see how hard they work. You know what I mean? Obviously, you know, fucking Matt Miller is who the fuck he is, but it's like, these boys right here, like I can see that support that y'all have for one another right there, dude. And that shit is like, I love seeing that shit. I love seeing people lifting other people up, and it's like, nah, go do you. If you make it before me, if someone signs you before me, or whatever the fucking case may be, that's like, we'll be happy for you, and we're still gonna be in the fucking corner. It's not gonna be like, oh fuck him, dude. He didn't.
I literally can't imagine a world where I'm hating on him.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
The fucking levels of bullshit we would have to go through to get there is obscene.
Yeah.
Like, there's no world in which I'm not fans of these dudes.
Yeah.
But like I said, I fucking hate their guts. I do.
Yeah, he knows. Like I said, he knows them like family, bro. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Fish sucks ass.
You had mentioned that
literally and metaphorically.
Yeah, no, for sure. He also waxes his ass. He's gonna be waxing his ass, bro.
You mentioned that AA Records and Station 33 are going through some growing pains.
Oh yeah.
Can you elaborate on that?
Of course. So, like I said, AA Records is Andy Ashley Records. Like that's where the name comes from. Like we tried to do some shit before that came about. It did not work out. So then I was like, fuck it, I'll do it myself. I don't need nobody, right? And that's how it kind of got born. And then we were like, I kind of do need people. What's up, Kai? He was like, bet I'm down. So
He's like, I was waiting on this call.
with that shit, and it was just like, well, fuck it, we're just gonna make music and do dope shit and kind of keep it moving. But since then, it's like, fuck, we gotta get bigger and go to places we've never been. Like, fucking every show, we pretty much accept every show. Like anybody that offers us a show, it'd be really, really hard for us to say no.
Yeah.
Like we'll do a fucking house party, we'll do a backyard for 5 people, or we'll sell out the fucking inn 2 floors that and get 300 people at the door, or fucking 400, whatever it is, right? And it comes with this philosophy of like, fuck it, we were so desperate for so long that fuck it, we're never too good to do a show anywhere. Like we don't give a fuck about the crowd. Fuck the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm here to express myself. I'm here to make music. I'm here to do this fucking thing. Don't clap during my shit. Don't look at me. I'm going hard. I do this shit for 1 person, 0 people, 20 people. I don't give a fuck. Right? But when you're doing every show, there's a lot of variables. And we got to get out of the habit of doing that shit.
Yeah.
Because we be leaving some shit up in the air and we should not be. Like, there's a certain level of quality control that has to happen beforehand. And it's like, we find that in our music and through our philosophy, we need to start applying that shit in other ways. And then on top of that, if we're really taking this shit seriously, we got to start doing X, Y, and Z. We got to start actually putting more time into it and doing more shit and buying more equipment and getting more shit and aiming higher and looking at metrics. Like, we don't look at fucking numbers.
Yeah.
I ain't never looked and been like, oh, fuck, I wonder how many streams we have. Like, we haven't reached 20,000 this year. Like, bro, don't give a fraction of a fuck.
Yeah.
Never cared. Because in my head, it's like, we're not going to just be like, oh, we have 1 hit and we're on. It's going to be like this slow, like, stacking pennies.
Yeah.
So I'll never look at the numbers, bro. It's going to happen one day and it's going to be slow. And if I'm sitting there watching the numbers, I'm gonna go the opposite way.
100%.
Start taking pennies off.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that shit.
I was just about to say that because it was like that's something that we kind of, because obviously, you know, with the whole podcast idea and stuff like that, that's something that I feel like a lot of people obviously kind of get into the like habit of doing, where you're like looking at, like you said, y'all streams, like we're looking at views and we're like, damn, this one only has this much, or this one only has this much. And it's like, when you do that, I feel like you're not only, I feel like those moments of like doubt, those thoughts of doubt will start to kind of creep in. And it's like, well, what's this person doing? What's this person doing? And at that point, I'm kind of grabbing these other ideas from all these other people, and it's like, it's not even the conference somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not
like, in order to do this shit seriously, right? Take yourself seriously as a professional, right? You have to objectively look at the metrics. You have to look at engagement. You have to look and see where you're at. Because if you don't know where you're at, you don't know where you're supposed to go. Yeah. Right? But in doing so, you can absolutely contaminate what the fuck you got going on. So you need somebody to do it. Right? You have to do it if you're taking it seriously. Yeah. As what it is. Like, we have to be objective with ourselves and be like, where do we want this to go? If we don't give a fuck and we want to flounder out, just make music and not just be the end of it, we never give a fuck if anybody sees us, that's cool. That's how we're moving. Yeah. But that's not how I want to move. Mm-hmm. We have to mature and be able to look at that shit, look at those numbers, look at that engagement, and look at all that shit and be like, I'm not going to take it personal. I just want to get bigger. Yeah. And that's kind of a weird reality because I've never been that person. Mm-hmm. And we either need to become those people or find somebody who's going to like help us do that shit, and we just keep fucking off and then make their job in life hell. But, you know, we do our thing.
I feel like in the mindset that y'all have, especially with you being in there too, like I feel like it's like y'all are never going to switch the sound for like, I think this it might kind of grab this demographic a little bit more, and that's how we can bring it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like about the whole podcast shit too. It's like, well, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about this. It's like, like I don't want to do that though. Yeah. At that point, it's not even what I want to do. Mm-hmm. So it's like, if this thing happens to grow, don't get me wrong. Like, yeah, trending stuff and whatnot to talk about that. You know, it's always going to get a little bit more views, but it's like, I still want to do what we're doing. I still want to be able to like reach out to the people like that. You know what I'm saying? Me and Donnie went to school together, and it's kind of cool to kind of see him doing something he wants to do, and it's like I don't give a fuck about anything else, you know. And it's like I'm just doing this because I love it, and he's not doing it, and that's the way I kind of see y'all move. You're not doing it because I like music, and it's just kind of something fun to do on the side. Like, y'all take that shit serious.
No, we got something to prove. Yeah, we got a fucking chip on our shoulder, and we're fighting for ourselves, but we're fighting for like what we believe in. Yeah, and it's like we believe in this shit. We believe in honesty. We believe in experimental shit. We believe in just the cruelty of reality and how the fuck do we process that shit and put out something beautiful. And we believe in our skill and each other, and that's what we're fighting for everybody to also do that shit. Yeah. We want to spread our shit like a religion. Like, if you believe these things, then these things will happen, right? Yeah. And if we can't make it, that means our philosophy is somehow flawed or it's not fighting hard enough. Mm-hmm. So it's like, we have to do it to prove you can do it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm fighting for. It's like the weirdos. It's like, if you can be a weirdo and get on, right? There's a lot of people I love. A lot of people like Mac Miller, bro. Yeah. He made it. He fought for whatever the fuck, but I'm just like, he's not me though. I'm a little different. Yeah. And I got to fight for my little different shit. Mm-hmm. And there's great people that made it, but like, what is making it? And what the fuck does that look like? And how do we lay the blueprint, the fucking game plan? Like, how does that happen? Because I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if somebody like us can make it. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find out, though. Because fucking, it would be crazy as shit.
Yeah, it'd be fucking like, dope, man.
When you fucking make music and make money and somehow get big, like, that shit would be wild.
Especially having y'all on, like, to, like, know that y'all were once at this point, you know what I'm saying? And now you're from, like, point A to point B. It's like, dude, that's awesome, because they literally did what the fuck they said they were going to do. And I heard this quote. I mentioned it in another pod that we did, but there's a quote from Steve Harvey that I think it might have been ours, but he was, like, talking about how pretty much quitting something is only ensuring the fact that you're never going to get to where you want to be. He was like, the only time you ever even give yourself a chance is by continuing to do what you're doing. If you want to be a big rapper, if you want to be a big like podcast fucking thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep doing it, You know what I'm saying? And that small percent is always going to be there. But if you quit, you eliminated all the odds of you even attempting to be at that point. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that quote has really stuck with me, to be honest. And there's points where we kind of get like stagnant. It's like life is just like, damn, we're working a lot, dude. And it's like, I've worked like fucking 6 days in a row. And like on that 7th day, it's like, he's like, hey, we have someone that wants to come on. I'm like, damn. And it's like, not that I don't want to do it, but like I'm just exhausted. Like I'm driving from like fucking Steely, which is like an hour and 30 minutes away, to like back over here. And it's like, all right, I got to be back here. And it's like, all right, well, I just got scheduled because
I'm like, hey, you want to get famous one day?
Yeah. It's like, I have my job open as like open availability. So I don't know when I'm off or when I'm not. And the next, I can come on here, right? And we can have like a late pod. It'd be like maybe 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And I know these things last like a good minute. And I got to be up at 4 the next morning. And it's like, I did that with them last time, you know? Yeah. And it's like, not that I didn't. Yeah, it's definitely worth it, man, because y'all are cool ass people to talk to and chop it up with. But it's not like I don't want to do it, but it's like, damn, life is really fucking with me right now. Like it's either like I get through this shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. And when I'm here, it's like it's go time. You know what I mean? Time to go to work type shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, so COVID was a hard reality, right? Because that shit was so fun. We had a blast, bro.
No, it was fun.
Fucking staying at home, hanging out with each other, bullshitting, doing different things, right?
Don't collect the COVID checks too?
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yes, bro. That shit was nice.
I'm still spending that shit. Like in the fucking COVID checks, while we have a band, bro. We bought a fucking drum kit and a stack with that shit. Like,
yeah.
The check government.
That shit, dude.
Nah, it was like, fuck, this is what life could be. Like spending time with each other and just doing what you want.
Yep.
It felt
good. It was awesome.
It felt good,
the
right?
The whole world just like the cruelty from the end, from the fucking new project, right? The second track, that's mine. It's like, if the world stopped spinning, you'd be the same as me. Like, that's what that means, is like, when the world stopped and you hung out and you was just with your friends and your loved ones just kind of hanging out, you'd be like, man, this shit's dope.
Yeah.
That's how I want to, that's how I feel. Why the fuck we doing all this other shit, bro?
Yeah.
You the same as me. Like, this shit sucks ass. Hang the fuck out, chill. The world's cruel, bro. Let's just fucking enjoy ourselves right now.
Yeah.
But I know it's not practical.
It's not, unfortunately.
But more importantly, where the fuck was I going with that shit? Oh, yeah. During COVID, a lot of free time, a lot of money, a lot of equipment, a lot of people.
Dope.
We didn't make that much music.
That's crazy.
So it was like, fuck, I had to confront myself. Like, it wasn't time. Like, I didn't have time for it. I just didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking aim hard enough. I didn't set the deadlines. I didn't do whatever the fuck I needed to do to drop the music I should have dropped or made the music I should have made, like, in that time period, because I was living life for material and shit, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm in this place where I'm working all the time and I don't have time to record. I'm just like, fuck. Not having time is not an excuse, because I had all the time in the world and I still didn't do the shit. So I better make time for it.
I feel the same way.
So I was recording this morning, bro, 7 a.m., fucking working out, then screaming some shit, you know what I'm saying? And then coming over here and doing the fucking thing.
I told them this. I want to tell you the same thing. Don't fucking stop.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because we're fucking, like you see this shit right here? Mm-hmm. Fucking double A, man. Like, I don't.
Like, we're fighting for y'all.
Yeah.
Like, whether y'all fucking interviewing us, y'all the one pushing us, y'all the one inquiring and shit. Like, if we on, y'all on. If we on, y'all on. Like, that's everybody we meet.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking hate the crowd for whatever reason, but I love them. They're here. Everybody else is not.
Yeah.
I only care about the people in the room wherever I'm at. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna fight for these motherfuckers, bro. Yeah. So yeah. What's up? We doing this shit. Double A. What's good?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Like I said,
I'm gonna cut you off.
Go ahead.
Your so your podcast, you're restarting it.
Yeah. So I mean, I kind of lost what it was about. So I was like, what's the point?
That's something we had trouble with too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But we just kind of like, let's just do what the fuck we want type shit. Like, it's a podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not really, I guess some people can be, depending on what it is, but it's like, you're not really confined to like a specific topic or anything else like that. Like, I remember that's kind of how we started. And it was like, all right, we need to talk about this like the whole time. It's like, nah, dude, I can't do like fucking 40 minutes straight of like just that. Like,
you got to freeform with it and just
go
where
there's
it
like
goes.
so much other shit with it. And I feel like I'm just I wouldn't say like talkative person, because there's times where I'm in a room with people I don't know and I won't say anything. And you can kind of feel the vibe. Like, when you talk to someone, like, you're really cool as fuck, bro. I'm just gonna sit there and tell you that. But it's like you can talk to people and you can kind of tell by the way their response is, like, if they're gonna care to have a conversation with you or not. And it's
Yeah.
like by that energy, I'm like, all right, I don't need to carry this on any further than what the fuck it needs to be. Like sometimes with coworkers or whatever the fucking case may be, anyone else. Like I remember something Donnie was saying when he first got on here, and something me and him like kind of met on a common ground. I feel like most people think like this, but I don't know if I feel like I don't know. I guess most people I've met are just they can just be assholes sometimes. And it's like whatever you got going on at home, it's like leave that shit at home, or you know, because everyone's got something going on. You know what I mean? Like everyone's got something going on. Whether it be like your dog just died, you're fucking late on payments, or whatever the fucking case may be. You're stressed. Life is very fucking stressful.
Yeah.
Dude. Everyone deals with it, but it's like you don't gotta go and like project that shit onto
make everybody else's problem.
Yeah, someone else who literally didn't do shit to you, or who didn't like, you know. I will never ever understand. And something my cousin was telling me was like, you kind of, not that you gotta expect it, but it's just like you don't know these people. It's like that's even more of a reason why they shouldn't be that way towards you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You don't know this person. At the end of the day, like, dude, I'm trying to make my life how I want to. Like, we're probably trying to get to the same place, or we're trying to do the same things. You know, you want to do something with your life. I want to do something with my life, and like, and then like. I feel like more people should be like connected that way, but they're not. I don't know why it is, or whatever the fucking case it is. It's just superiority complex, whatever the fucking case may be. That's very frustrating to me. But when I meet cool people like yourself and these guys right here, it's cool as fuck, bro. Like I genuinely like people like y'all a lot. I fuck with y'all people very, very heavily because I feel like
we love y'all.
That's right.
Love you too, man.
Fucking love you, bro. But there's not like, I don't know. Maybe I haven't met enough people in my life, but I feel like the people I do have in my life are like that. And it's not very many that I really fuck with like now, like that are I guess you could say like that. The people I know that aren't like that, I don't fuck with them. You know what I mean? Yeah. If they like text back or whatever, I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? Like, it is what it is. But I'm not on that personal level with them to where I'm just like, yeah, you're cool as fuck. I can fuck with you. You can come to the barbecue type shit.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like
y'all invited to the barbecue, dude.
I appreciate that. Like, there's this level of like invisible magnetism, right, with me and certain people. And my sister, we've kind of talked about my older sister. She calls it like her island of misfit toys. Like, she knows another misfit toy when she sees one. Just like off conversation, like you could just hit it off. Yeah, that's what she calls it. And she has like, you know, a very, very small circle of friends, right? And I kind of inherited that shit. But I know like when me and Kai met, we instantly got along. Like from day one, this little nigga was like my best friend. Yeah, this nigga followed me to college and shit. And then we just like, but same with Fish, bro. At one point we were hanging out with like 20 people trying to do this rap shit, and it was like our first experience with all this shit. And out of everybody, I was like, man, this nigga Fish is cool as fuck. Yeah. I really kept thinking about that shit. Like 8 months later, be like, hey, Kai, you talk to nigga Dante? Like, I didn't, nah, bro. He just kind of disappeared. And then we came back. It was like, man, we really gotta fuck with bro. And he just reached out and he's just like,
oh shit, he's in jail. No,
yeah. Always in jail, bro. But nah, it's like an invisible like way. Like you could feel certain people that been through real life shit. Yeah. I'm thinking is people been through real life shit really early. Yeah. Like I feel that way with Carlos, I feel that way with Vane, I feel that way with Bobby Gnarly. Like something connects us. And just there's some kind of weird thing, bro. And some people just don't have that same like, I don't know, like the shroud's still on. They're still on the fucking hamster wheel trying to just do some regular life shit. No. So people are just like disillusioned. Or just like, man, fuck that shit. Yeah. Like I'm here right now. Like, yeah, bro, I'm not gonna get pissed over this taco, bro. Like
no shit, dog.
Beat up when I was 8, nigga. Fuck this taco.
Yeah, no shit, bro. That ass, I be fucking like ruining people's day, and I'm like, just like you said, like I would never ever make my problems someone else's problems, or even ruin their day by that. Like when I go and I have just a small conversation with like I'll be waiting in line or some shit at Walmart or whatever the case may be, and it's like just chop it up with the person in front of me for a little bit, like little maybe 2-minute conversation, but that conversation goes so well. It's like, I don't know why, it makes me feel good, you know? Yeah. There's still cool people out there. There's still good people out there. You just gotta fucking find them.
Yeah, man, I just try to be kind to strangers, bro. And then that's where the like the shit I just said is almost like a fucking juxtaposed against the art that we do, right? Because like the fucking art is very confrontational. Like, it's hard to be a rapper or in AA or even in the shit we're in right now. Shout out No Empathy, shout out Bozo, shout out everybody that we're rocking with. Like, for me, I just be chilling. I'm a kind person. I keep it moving.
Yeah.
I'll be nice to people, bro. You tell me some shit, I'm gonna brush it off, keep it moving, right? But at the same time, like, we're fighting for something.
Yeah.
So there's moments where I'll have to decide, like, fuck, I gotta stop just chilling out. Like, I gotta be teed up right now.
Yeah.
I'm not used to it, bro. And I really gotta go be that person I don't want to be. But, like, at the same time, that's exactly what I want to be.
Yeah.
Like, fuck all that being nice shit. Like, let's go, square up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a weird place to be in because that shit, you know, it's so unnatural. But once it's out, bro, I'm there. Like, I'm on a million.
It's kind of like out of your comfort zone a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's like I have to decide, like, not decide, but sometimes I'll be debating, like, fuck, like, what is my character? What's the real me? Like, on some fucking cliche shit, I'll be like, who knows the real me? Like, 5 people know the real me. But I'll be like, fuck, like, is that version of me the real me, or is the one that everybody else know the real me, and I just be fronting for these 5 people? So I'd be like, fuck, what am I really about right now? In this moment, who's the fucking real me? Regardless who's around, like, what's up? And then I'll be like, fuck, the real me gonna do this shit, huh? It's about to get real as fuck, because we're about to go there, bro. We're about to go there right now.
Have you something I kind of want to ask you, man, and something I think about too sometimes. Like, even though we could be 5 years away, we can be 2 years away from where we want to be, but have you ever thought about when you get to that point to where you want to be, how you'd react to, I guess, everything that would probably change your life? Your life is going to change as far as, like, the things that you do now that may not be a big deal to you. Everyone tries to cancel everyone nowadays and shit like that, you know? So, like, what, like, maybe your vice is like smoking weed or doing mushrooms or whatever the fucking case may be. So it's like people will be like, well, that's bad, or you have whatever the fun case may be, you know what I mean? Or like you're joking around, or you make a joke that's people are super sensitive nowadays. Like, you ever thought about, like, how that would change your life and if you would have to live it a lot differently?
For sure. So, like, I mean, fuck, it's tough, right? Because if we're going specifically to that shit in the future, right, we can never judge what the fuck we're doing now by the future standards. You never know what the fuck shit's going to change, bro. There could be a million things. Yeah. Like, maybe everybody who ever did a podcast becomes an asshole in 10 years. Yeah. We're looking at like, fuck, we the podcast, bro. Fucking assholes, bro, right? It could happen. So we just got to do what we feel is right now, based on shit that I feel like will never change. And there's certain shit I do, like, I make mistakes like anybody else does. But I ain't afraid to own them shits. Yeah. Like, you try to cancel me, nigga, good luck. Yeah. I'm going to be down to ride. I'm going to be like, I'm either going to apologize or be like, fuck it, that's me. Yeah. But either way, I'll be ready to move on, even if everybody else isn't. So as far as worried about that shit in the future, not really. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure in the past I'm always changing and growing. So I'm not going to be ashamed that I actually changed and grew over time. Yeah. Like, kiss my ass. Yeah. But at the same note, like,
that's a good response.
Yeah. Wherever we're at in 5 or 10 years, right, we're going to be doing some important shit and some nice shit. We're going to keep being kind and generous and doing all the shit we always do. And wherever the fuck I'm at, I just hope the people that are there fucking are down to ride, bro. Yeah. Because that's all I can hope for.
Did you feel like, so you said y'all's clique was like a lot bigger back then. Did you feel like any of those people, like out of the 20 people or however many people were around y'all feel like any of those people did not take that music shit as seriously as y'all? Like, to where you kind of like, he just kind of goofing around in there. And like, did you ever have to have those uncomfortable conversations where like, look, bro, like we kind of, we want to do this with it. Like, could you maybe step it up a little bit? Like, you know?
Absolutely. So like, there's people like, it's hard because everybody has different goals, different things. And like my team, even we have different goals and different work ethics and different things that we're trying to do, but we try to find our commonalities and how can we work together to at least get this, right? If Donnie's got a fucking skateboarding magazine, I'm going to push that bitch. I don't skateboard. I don't buy magazines. But Kickback is the most important shit in my life, right? Because of him. So there was people who were there, and they said they wanted to do it, right? And they say they have these goals, but shit would take them out of it. And, like, there's a bare minimum, like, you got to at least be doing this shit in order to, like, be down the ride. So we figured out real quick, like, oh, everybody's got different goals. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it my way. Anybody who wants to go my way is going to come do the shit my way. Yeah. And, yeah, there's people that, like, still are making music and still doing their thing. But there's a lot of people that aren't. And they'll hit me up and be like, yo, good shit. And I'll be like, appreciate it, man. Like, fuck. You should have been grinding, bro.
Yeah.
We was in this whole like, I hope you catch up and do your shit, bro. I got nothing but the best for you.
Like they're still like doing it, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess it's not.
It's tough, bro. Like,
yeah, no.
I'm starting to like. I know off the top of my head how many songs down to hours and minutes that we put out. Period. Like, I know it's 316 songs.
Damn.
13 hours and 46 minutes, and I know that number's gonna grow, and I want it to grow by a certain amount. And that's just shit released.
Yeah.
We should be making dozens of songs all the time, getting better, learning shit, trying ideas, it not working, failing, growing, blah, 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 blah. Right? A released album is nothing to me. That could just be your last 6 songs you recorded, and you just were like, fuck it, every one of them's good, and just put that shit out. That's not the way we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I know I can't see everybody's shit, because if you look at me, I ain't dropping music. I ain't fucking making music videos. I ain't doing this, and this. I'm not, like, from the outside looking in, I'm a fucking kind of a deadbeat rapper, right? But I'm in the storm, and I know how much is going on. And if this shit's happening with me, that shit could be happening with everybody else.
Yeah.
And I'm so caught in my storm that I don't give a fuck about anybody else's storm. So even then, like, I try to stay objective and just be like, yo, they could be cutting some shit. I'm gonna try to judge this shit for what it is when it comes out. And then, yeah, if you want to give me more context, hell yeah, I'll talk about your music. And that's how we do it.
And you pick a song out for us. We're gonna play it for y'all guys.
Came in too early.
So y'all y'all can kind of hear what goes on through his head.
Yeah, man, the song's called Fuck You Niggas. There's a long ass intro. We
Hard
tried
R.
to, like, nah, for sure. This is like, I mean, I'd be at odds with the crowd and shit. So I was like, man, fuck them, fuck everybody. The song's about that shit.
Okay. But
I'm gonna pull up my lyrics.
So he comes around and he said hi. I was like, you so crazy. Girl, this was one of these big ugly motherfuckers. Girl, the motherfucker so ugly they named him twice. Boo boo. Woo. I was just hoping he had a big ugly black dick down there though. Fuck the face girls. I'll just close my eyes if it's big enough. I don't work at a bank, but let me check.
I get paid on the 3rd.
What's the word?
Fucking get in. If you wanna ride, you could be my friend. I don't know a lot, but I do know this. Yeah, be every word.
Word.
Oh, this nigga ad-libbing.
My soul grabbed the dust from this whole machine. They said, money in my hand is a good thing. Money on my mind's a bad thing. I remember when I ain't even have days.
Yeah.
Sleeping at the bottom of the barrel, so exhausted from the day. Then at night, I ain't have dreams. And look at me. That's all I have. How many days can I rhyme with my name? How many times can I brag about a chain? I talk about my gang or a rap game, it's all the same. They all close, I'm so alone in my fucking brain. I'm trying to change everything, but he keep pushing back. And I know where we're going, ain't no looking back. So I'ma say it right now, I'ma change the whole world from Yellowstone to Cadillac. So I gotta kinda push to the Travis Scott.
And we finally got a show, and they better watch.
I'ma hit the hole like, oh, hey, Dante took the bait. It was right there in the tackle box. So don't judge me to that gavel knock. And just know we did it on our own, all alone in a home. And still found a way to be ourselves and not another fake ass Travis Scott. I don't have a lot. And with every new day, my passions feel more like a fragile box. So I'ma stomp that bitch out with my manic thoughts. Thoughts on my mind, never mind time is man-made. I remember feeling everything was right out in SA. Finally found peace with my essays. Memories getting more distant, but the only thing that's fading is my decades.
What?
It's over the check pay, on my fucking mind, but the rent pay, heart turn cold, but the wrist ain't, y'all just need to know one thing, y'all ain't shit.
Like what?
Fuck you. God damn. Fuck you, niggas.
I mean, I can wait, motherfucker.
God damn.
Motherfucker, he is gonna give me need a motherfucking Bronco. Next.
Hey, there it is.
Damn, that shit was good, bro.
Appreciate it.
I've never heard that one before.
That shit's all relevant to what the fuck we're talking about now.
Yeah. No, your vocals sounded fucking. That shit sounded dope.
That does not sound like you, dude.
I know.
That is wild as fuck, dude.
It's about throwing your voice, bro. It's a skill. Like fucking, if I'm gonna do some solo shit like that, I gotta do everything.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking in a whole nother, bro. Wait till I hear Sputnik, bro. These niggas don't even know what the fuck I'm on.
That's facts.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's crazy
If
because
they're not impressed, I'm gonna beat their ass.
this nigga will make us the shit, but then we don't actually get to hear the finished product until it's about time for that shit to come out.
That shit drives me crazy.
Dog. I feel like that's like that's got to be like a producer thing. I feel like, you know what I mean? Because it kind of not throws you off, but it's like you're
You
surprised.
see the vision.
Yeah, there you go.
You directing shit, bro.
Yeah.
You can't
Like
have
you
no
said,
fucking traffic cones.
You'll fucking get burnt out on that shit. So then it's
Yeah.
like, you know, like he keeps that shit secret, and when we hear that shit, it's like, oh shit,
I
that
don't even
shit's
send them
fire.
their own music.
Yeah,
Because if I
facts.
send them their shit, they're gonna get tired of it.
Yeah.
And they're gonna figure out new ways to tweak that shit because they're gonna get fatigued and exhausted. And I need them to stay fresh. So they be making an album, don't hear it for a while, and they be like, all right, here it is. They be like, oh shit, that's what this shit sound like now. Hell yeah, like I'm fucking down. But yeah, I'll get features before anything else because I know where it's
That shit
going.
was dope.
And I don't know if we touched on it or not, but I kind of want to mention it real quick. But
For sure.
Is that better, Flashing?
yeah,
Little bit.
So I'll make it quick. But did you have a release date for this album yet or no?
Ooh, fuck. Well, the actual release date was December 2020, but man, it's fucking April. Fuck. I'm gonna go ahead and say,
This upcoming project, right?
yeah, yes, I come. Let me look at the fucking dates. I'm gonna say
It's
right
called
here,
Sputnik?
Sputnik's. It's gonna be
Sputnik's.
June 1st.
Oh, okay. Damn, so we're getting like, he says he's coming out with something soon. I think it's completely separate from Double A, but like we're getting like some fresh music kind of like within a good like 3-month span, dude.
And then that's not even touching the band shit.
Yeah.
That's where my heart is at. My head is on the other shit.
Yeah, that's fucking dope, dude. Well, Andy, bro, we appreciate you coming, man. Appreciate having you, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
Cool as fuck, dude. We're definitely gonna try and do something next week, man. But like I said, we appreciate your time, dude. Like you said, bro, never stop. You literally motivating us to continue to doing what we're doing, and it's not even in the same fucking ballpark. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So like, just shit like that, bro. Like seeing where you come from putting your like 10 years in, dude. Like, don't stop, man. Because I think at the end of the day, it's what makes you who you are.
Hell yeah. Thank you, man.
Hell yeah. And Double A Records for life, and fuck you, neighbors. I'm gonna say neighbors.
Fuck you, ninjas. All right, appreciate it, man. It's been a
Oh, yeah,
blast, man.
man.
Y'all have a good day, man.
Yeah, y'all too. Y'all take care, guys.